The following is a production of CUTV Sports.
From Hamer Hall on the campus of California University of Pennsylvania, the Bloomsburg Huskies have already punched their ticket to the Atlantic Region Final. Now it's time to see who's going to join them. This matchup between the Hilltoppers of West Liberty and the host Vulcans of California. Hello and welcome to the broadcast, everyone. My name is Matt Hague. Alongside of me is Allison Steinheiser. And Allison, yesterday the Vulcans, they got a very convincing win over the 8th-seeded Virginia State Trojans.
They did. The final score 86-75, but the impressive thing was 5 California Vulcans in double digits leading the way. The sophomore sensation Mickey Glenn with 21, but to get 5 players in double digits in a game like that, pretty incredible.
As for West Liberty, they had a tougher time making it to the semifinals. They had to use overtime and overcome a big deficit to knock out the Westchester Golden Rams.
88-85, a high-scoring game, as you said, in overtime. This West Liberty team likes to play high-paced offense. We'll have to see what California can do. They're more of a defensive team, but West Liberty, they like the offense, and they like the 88 points they put up over Westchester.
These two teams played this regular season, but way back in November, and over in the Convocation Center, and the California Vulcans came up on top when West Liberty was ranked.
They were ranked 18th in the country at the time. California came out on top, a 10-point win, 78-68. West Liberty Flowers had 19 points. She led the team there. For California, Emma Mahadi, 23 points, 11 rebounds. She was really strong at the beginning of the year, has kind of struggled a little bit lately, but still putting up the points for California. We'll have to see what California and Mahadi can do in this game.
We're going to take a look at the Atlantic Regional bracket really quick here. We mentioned before, we already know one of the teams in the final on Monday. That was the Bloomsburg Huskies, and they had a pretty convincing win over Shepherd.
Shepherd's kind of Cinderella run. It didn't quite get there. They knocked off the 2 seed in the Atlantic region. IUP not able to knock off the 3 seed in Bloomsburg, so Bloomsburg does advance. And now we're going to find out who plays Bloomsburg Monday night right here in Hamer Hall. I don't know if it's going to be the 1 seed California or if it's going to be the 5 seed West Liberty.
It's the Battle of Interstate 70. Tonight, the crowds are ready. Both fan bases have come out. Now it's time to see who will make it to Monday. Stay tuned for the rest of the game here on CUTV.
NCAA Division II has much to cheer about, as nearly 100,000 student athletes compete with passion and pride. And I'm pleased to share the best news of all. Student athletes are outperforming the rest of the D2 student body in graduation rates. Just another reason why you'll hear us say with pride, I chose Division II. Learn more at d2sa.org.
With 18 institutions, my conference is the largest league across all NCAA classifications. With nearly 7,000 student athletes competing in 23 championships, my conference sponsors the most championships in Division II. With a 78% academic success rate, my conference graduates student athletes well above the national average. We compete with passion. We take pride in our efforts in the arena and in the classroom. The Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Passion, pride, Pennsylvania.
And welcome back to Hamer Hall as we're getting ready to kick off this game here between the West Liberty Hilltoppers and the California Vulcans in the 2015 Atlantic Regional semifinals. These two high-tempo offenses. It's going to be a fun show tonight, and we're going to take a look at the tail of the tape between these two squads.
Yeah, you're going to see the tail of the tape. I said in pregame that West Liberty likes to score points, 82.1 points. However, that means they struggle just a little bit more defensively. California, more of a defensive team. They have the advantage there in points against. Field goal percentage, again, West Liberty's going to have the advantage. They take more shots. They're going to hit more, too. Same with three-point percentage. Free throws, California has the advantage. Rebounds, West Liberty does. It's because they miss more shots when they take more shots. You also have the turnovers very close in the steals. California definitely has the advantage there, almost twice as many steals.
And this West Liberty team yesterday against Westchester, they had a lot of turnovers in that game, but they were able to come back here, and they're getting ready to have the starters here. Here are the probable starters for the Hilltoppers of West Liberty.
These are going to be your starters: Kiara Simpson, Liz Flowers, Kaylee Howe, who leads the nation in assists per game, 1.5 more assists than anybody else in the entire Division II world in women's basketball. You also have Emily Buchan and Hillary Southworth. Those are your starters, and they have been for the majority of the year.
Kiara Simpson also set an NCAA tournament record yesterday with 29 rebounds. You see head coach Jess Strom, and the starting five for the Vulcans, that looks pretty familiar.
Very familiar. Emma Mahadi, Caitlin Fratz, Lana Dorn, Mickey Glenn, Irina Kukul. All 5 of those girls starting once again for Jess Strom and her team, going with consistency. At this point in the year, you pretty much have your starting 5 set, and we're seeing that with both of these teams.
We noticed yesterday a lot of depth players really come up and step up, especially CeCe Dixon. You see Mickey Glenn right there. She was the star of the show yesterday. But CeCe Dixon was the unsung hero once again for the second straight game when players like Irina Kukul and Lana Doran got in foul trouble.
She really was. She was one of 2 players coming off the bench. The other one, Sierra Barrett, that got double-digit points in limited minutes played. Both of those players really stepped up for California and helped them get by in the first round. They're going to need that once again in the second round. That depth always comes through in long tournaments like this. Yes, whoever wins today gets a day off on Sunday, but you're focusing on film and you're doing things. It's not a complete day off. You're going to need your depth. You're going to need your bench players to step up. And in any sport, if you're going to go on a run in a tournament like this, it's the unsung heroes. Yes, Mickey Glenn had 21 points, but it's the CeCe Dixons, the Sierra Barretts that are going to really step up and play for this Vulcans team. There you see the Forever Family sign with number 44, Shanice Clark's number, now honored by Precious Martin. She's now wearing it. She might be another player that could step up big. This California team is playing for something. You see the Forever Family shirts they have with Clark 44 on the back. This is a motivated California team. They don't want it to end today on their home court. They want to get by West Liberty today, take on Bloomsburg on Monday, and try and go to South Dakota to the Elite Eight.
This extraordinary season is trying to continue for the Vulcans. These 2 schools separated from an hour apart. It'll be Kiara Simpson for West Liberty and Irina Kukul for the California Vulcans. Buckle in. We're going to have some fun tonight. The ball is in the air. We are underway, and West Liberty will control the tip-off. Kaylee Howe will hand it off and around to Hillary Southworth. Now inside, she puts up a shot, no good. Slapped around, out of bounds, California ball. So quick pass, you can see that high tempo of West Liberty, but California forces a defensive stop.
Absolutely, and when Howe has the ball, they need to find the open player. She loves to make quick passes. She gets over 9 assists a game.
Glenn gets inside to Kukul. Kukul works inside, throws up a shot, no good. Out of bounds, it'll be California basketball. Went out on Simpson.
West Liberty is a team that likes to push the pace. California, we've seen kind of start slow. This might be the type of game they want to get into because they're forced to play quick early on.
A lot of energy out of this Vulcans team this season. There's 18 seconds of shot clock. Glenn will inbound to Kukul. Now she'll kick it back out to Fratz. She will reset. Direct traffic handed off to Glenn. The right wing. Glenn, under 10 on the shot clock. Goes to the basket. And they will call a foul on West Liberty. Looks like it will be on Howe.
Looks like it will be on Hal, and it's not a shooting foul, so the Vulcans are going to reset shot clock here. It will be on Hal. Mickey Glenn, good job trying to drive the lane, draw the foul.
Now, Fratz kicks it back out to Glenn. Fresh shot clock, and she will reset. Now to Kukul. Kukul look around, trying to find Doran. Doran goes to the basket, puts up a shot, in and out. Tough luck there, rebounded by Southworth. Now Hal will take it back, handed to Southworth. Now over to Buchan. They're trying to go inside to Simpson. Simpson puts up a shot and in. West Liberty kicks off the scoring.
You know West Liberty is going to put points on the board, but if you're California, you need to hit buckets early as well, not let them get a big lead.
Kukul now drives, kicks it to Mahadi. Mahadi, jumper, no good. Off of West Liberty, it looks like that was off of Buchan, and California will get a fresh shot clock.
That's the second time that West Liberty has tried to get a rebound. It's gone off of them and out of bounds. California needs to take advantage of this now.
Glenn will inbound. Kukul. She'll work around, hand it back to Doran. Now to Kukul. Out to Fratz, top of the key. Works inside. Stops. Back to Kukul. Kukul for 3. That's short. Air ball. Out of bounds. And that will be West Liberty ball.
That's the other thing California needs to do is not force shots. They need to take shots they're comfortable taking. And for them, that's mostly driving the lane and throwing up layups. Don't feel like you have to get into a run and gun game with this team.
Howe up for a shot, no good. Rebounded by Kuko. Look, she might have rushed that. Now Glenn takes it back, fires it. Ooh, she was looking for door and miscommunication there. Turnover for the Vulcans.
California right now just needs to calm down. There's only been one basket hit in this game, but it seems like they're playing a little bit nervous.
They fell down 4-2 to Virginia State, but was able to go really take on, and then once they got the lead, they didn't give it back to the Trojans. Here inside now is Buchan. She works it around, tries to get it to Flowers. Now back to Buchan. Buchan kicks it out to Southworth. Southworth trying to find something, gets a Howe, under 10 on the shot clock. Howe now to Flowers. Flowers for three, no good, out of bounds, off of Simpson, California ball.
This whole sequence has started because California is playing very aggressive on the ball. We talked about how West Liberty likes to make those quick passes and get quick shots off. Right now, California isn't giving them time to make the quick passes and find the open girl.
We have 17:44 left here in the first half. We're just underway. Glenn works inside, goes to the basket, throws up a shot, no good, in and out, and Simpson grabs the rebound. No luck for California so far as Howe gives it to Flowers. Back out to Howe. Howe tries to go inside, finds Simpson wide open. She missed the shot, and Mahadi grabs the rebound. And here they come, really quick. Mahadi pulls back, goes to Glenn, and Simpson rubs it right away from Glenn. Mahadi kind of stuttered, and that kind of threw the whole sequence off. Now quick passing, here is Southworth, three ball in the corner, West Liberty out and running.
They are, but both of these teams struggling to hit shots right now. It's only the second basket made in this game, and we're almost 3 minutes, we're over 3 minutes in.
Glenn over to Frotz. Now to Kuko, lob pass, she puts up a shot, and that one finally falls in. Irina Kuko has the Vulcans on the board. Well, she looked like she bent backward there, but she was able to get it in, wicked shot. Now, here's Flowers driving to the basket, gives it to Southworth, good pass. She puts it in, and Southworth has 5 points.
Southworth has been very good so far in this game. She showed her range earlier with a three there inside.
Key for West Liberty is to take the California crowd out of the game early. Frotz pump fakes. Now Kuko draws a foul here on Simpson.
It is on Simpson. That's her first team second, so already 2 fouls here for West Liberty early on.
So we'll see Glenn inbound here, 16:20 left. Glenn fires it way out to Frotz. She'll set it up. Gives it to Glenn. Glenn works around. She's going to take a long jumper. That one's good. Mickey Glenn is on the board, and it's 7-4.
California's climbing back into this game, but they need to stop some shots here by West Liberty.
Howe works it to the top of the key. Pump fakes twice, gives it to Simpson. Now to Flowers. Flowers back to Simpson. Simpson turns around, gives to Howe. Howe now to Southworth. Back to Howe, 10 on the shot clock. Howe forces to Simpson. Simpson puts up a shot, too strong, rebounded by Kuko. Now Glenn takes it back for California. To Kuko. Now Glenn, she's gonna pull back and reset. Some jostling inside there between Mahadi. She almost fell down and battling with Buchan. Now to Kuko. Tip pass out of bounds on Simpson. So it'll be California ball with 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, we're going to get our first media timeout here as California is going to go to their bench. 7-3 for the Hilltoppers right now. So take a look at some highlights. Here you see West Liberty, Kiara Simpson starting it off with 2 big points there, and then another 3 by Southworth. 3 of her 5 points so far today. Irina Kuko finally getting the Vulcans on the board over 3 minutes into this game, and then here you see Southworth, another 2 points for her. That gave them 7 points. Mickey Glenn with the jumper there for 2. Those are the points, all the points scored so far in this game, so a pretty low-scoring game as you take a look at the team leaders.
And you see a lot of Mickey Glenn on here. She basically leads the way. She does everything. She's a team leader, and she's only a sophomore. And you saw last night against Virginia State and in the PSAC championship, tournament MVP. And it's amazing she's doing this all as a sophomore. I can't wait to see what she's going to have accomplished by her senior year.
And we're going to take a look here. I promise you, this is not a mistake. Kaylee Howe 298 assists. We checked it on multiple websites. We checked it on the NCAA website. That does lead the country in Division II, as I said. 9.3 assists or 9.4, assists per game. The second highest in the country is 7.8. So a lot of assists coming from Kaylee Howe.
Extraordinary, and Howe is only a junior, so West Liberty's going to love to have her back. So now here's Caitlin Frotz, under 10 on the shot clock. Gives it to Glenn, 5 on the shot clock. Stopping, she's got a pull for a long 3, no good. Rebounded by Emma Mahadi, she takes it out, big offensive board. Now to Frotz. Frotz kicks it inside and draws a foul here.
It's going to be a foul here. I believe it's going to be a shooting foul. It will be a shooting foul as Frotz drives inside. The foul is going to be on Liz Flowers. That's her first, and Frotz here with a chance to get California back into this game within 1.
Frotz makes her first one there, and her free throw percentage stands at 73.8, but recently in the playoffs, she has been absolutely dynamite. Makes them both. We have a 1-point game.
And Frotz was really one of the players that got California rolling after a slow start yesterday. She's trying to do it again today.
Spark plug to Nina. Now an errant pass there off of the hands of Liz Flowers, and a turnover for West Liberty.
This is big for California. You have to take advantage of your turnovers. West Liberty doesn't turn the ball over a whole lot. When they do, you need to make sure you put points on the board.
Now, here's Caitlin Frotz. She works around, backs up. Now takes a long 2. That's short, rebounded by Simpson. Howell will take it back for the Hilltoppers. 14:44 left. Now gives off to Buchan. Buchan guarded by Glenn, is stolen out by Glenn. With the battle of 21 right here. Mickey Glenn pulls up for a shot. Howell backs off, and Glenn has another 2 points. It gives the Vulcans their first lead of the night.
Great speed by Mickey Glenn.
Now, she'll smile at the court, and now another errant pass. Here's Caitlin Frotz. West Liberty's starting to look like against Westchester yesterday at some points. Frotz out to Glenn. The errant passing of West Liberty has cost them the lead, and see what California does more. Glenn to Kuko. Now to Frotz. Over to Kuko once more, your 10 shot. Kuko's going to the basket and draws a foul here. I believe they're going to call that on Southwark.
I believe they are, and it will be a shooting foul once again.
No, it's going to be
no,
on
it's going to be on Liz Flowers. That's her second already. There's only 14:09 left in the first half. She quickly has 2 fouls.
She fouled out yesterday as well, and she is their leading scorer at 19.3 points per game. Can't afford to get her in foul trouble as Kuko makes her first one. Kuko is 56.3 from the line this season. That number has risen since the start of the season, and she makes both of them. 10-7 lead for California. West Liberty with a lot of speed here. Here's Howe. Puts in the brakes, gives it the Southwark. Here is Flowers. Flowers to the basket. That one's good. Flowers gets her first 2 points and cuts the lead to 1.
You saw Howe create that play coming up the court very quickly, forcing California to get back defensively.
Mickey Glenn looking around, trying to use Kuko as a pick here. Now gives it to Kuko. Kuko inside to Doran. Doran, backdoor cut and then good. Lana Doran with nice 2 points there.
Great pass by Kuko in that play.
Quick passing now. We're going to see Jen Mahoney for the first time today. Here's Flowers. Plows over Kuko and a shot. Offensive foul. That's her 3rd.
Great play by Irina Kuko here to get her feet set and realize that Flowers is going to run into her. I think she also realized it was Flowers who's going to have to take a seat. Now 3 fouls already. She's probably going to be sitting for the majority of this first half.
And now we see the PSAC West freshman year of the game, Sierra Barrett, for the first time today. Let's see what she's going to do. Definitely the Vulcans, they have already eliminated West Liberty's top scorer for pretty much the most part of this first half. Here's Glenn. Over to Doran. 5 fouls so far to West Liberty. Cal has none. Frotz, long 2. That one's good. Rebounded by Barrett. Barrett puts up a shot, no good, but draws a foul.
And this is what Sierra Barrett can really do. She can get the rebounds, and even if she doesn't make the shot right now, she's drawing the fouls. Sierra Barrett, great effort there. Good job taking the contact. The foul goes against, I believe, Simpson. That's her 2nd.
So now the team's leading rebounder starting to get in a little bit of foul trouble. Barrett's first shot, that one's good. Barrett, the freshman we mentioned before, what an unbelievable player she has been so far this season for the Falcons. Sets them up great. She's from Central Valley High School. Most notable future alum for Central Valley, be former Pitt star Jordan Whitehead, football player. Barrett hits her second, 14-9 California. Now Howe, a lot of speed, spins around Franz, puts up a shot, no good. But West Liberty has drawn California's first foul.
Yes, they have. It's going to be on Caitlin Fratz. That's her first, team first. You see there, good job by Howe. Drive inside, draw the contact, and she'll go to the line for 2.
And Howe, she hit some big free throws in overtime yesterday against Westchester and missed the first one. This is not a great free throw shooting team for West Liberty. As a team, they are only 66% for the season. Howe makes that one. 14-10 here, 12:51 left here in the first half. Here is Mickey Glenn. 4 points so far, gives it to Kuko. Now Kuko, oh, she's getting called for travel there, took a step. She was trying to drive in there on Jasmine Kiley, and a turnover for California.
This is a turnover for California, and West Liberty needs to take advantage of this now. They're down by 4.
Here is Hal. Drives to the basket, plows over Frotz, puts up a shot, and that one is good. Hal, a big play there over Frotz. There were no call either way. Now we have a 2-point game. Lana Doran, guarded by Southworth. Now to Kuko at the top of the key. Kuko works inside, throws up a shot, no good, rebounded by Simpson. Bit of a rush shot there, here's Howe. She's starting to come on alive lately. Now to Kylie. Kylie works inside, kicks it back right to Caitlin Frotz. Driving the basket, here comes Frotz. Frotz goes to the basket, fast breakaway. We see that a lot from her.
We saw Hal's speed earlier as we see it now.
Oh, Hal right back on Caitlin Frotz, throws up a shot in and out, slapped out by Barrett, right to Doran.
What I was going to say is we've seen that speed by Hal, but Caitlin Frotz blew right by her. There's an example of California getting the basket.
Glenn drives to the basket, she misses the layup. So a couple missed layups. I swear West Liberty's must have missed 4 right under the basket layups. Now Kylie for 3. No good, too strong, rebounded by Doran.
West Liberty shooting 5 for 12 now from the field.
Good shooting team, but still only down by 4 here. Next stoppage will be the second media timeout. Here's Lana Doran. Doran gives it to Barrett. Now Barrett, battle of 5. Barrett and draws an offensive foul. Looks like she checked in the Simpson there, but we're going to have our second media timeout. We're going to take our first break of the night. California with an early 16-12 lead with 11:10 left here in the first half. Stay tuned for the rest of the second half here on CUTV.
With 18 institutions, my conference is the largest league across all NCAA classifications. With nearly 7,000 student athletes competing in 23 championships, my conference sponsors the most championships in Division II. With a 78% academic success rate, my conference graduates student athletes well above the national average. We compete with passion. We take pride in our efforts in the arena and in the classroom. The Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Passion, pride, Pennsylvania.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to make a wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted. We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
And welcome back to Hamer Hall here. We have 11:10 left here in the first half of this Atlantic Region semifinal game. And that last play there, Sierra Barrett was called for an offensive foul as she bumped right into Simpson.
Yes, she was. West Liberty needs to take advantage of this now, still down by 4.
We're going to see Bree Comerica, senior, for the first time today. Howe pulls up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Kuko. Mickey Glenn, as always, will start things off, work around. Now, Puts on the moves by Howe. Puts up a shot, no good. Gets a lone rebound, and looks like they're going to call a foul here on Jasmine Kiley.
There's going to be a foul, and I believe it will be on Kiley. So the Vulcans will get a new shot clock here. Glenn goes up for the rebound. Kiley tries to get the rebound too, but went over the back, and that's already 7 fouls, so it's a 1-and-1.
You see Kiley check back out here for Buchan, and we're going to see Emma Mahadi check in for the Vulcans for Kuko. Glenn, first time to the free throw stripe tonight. Best percentage on the team. Glenn, first one. That one's good. So, and West Liberty, I think, thought that they was only one shot. But now Glenn, tremendous from the free throw stripe, gets a lot of opportunities. I believe she leads the Vulcans in free throw opportunities this season. The way, the style she plays, drive to the basket, try to draw a foul, maybe get a couple in one place, and she gets both of them here. 18-12 California. Howell started off looking for someone. Can't find anyone. Now Frotz comes in now, finally gives it off to Mahoney. Now to Buchan. Over to Kamarick. Kamarick now to Mahoney. Now to Southworth. Southworth, 8 on the shot clock. Got to get something. Here's Mahoney. Fires it out. Now to Howe. Howe 3. She's got to take a shot here. No good. Rebounded by Sierra Barrett. Over top of Mahoney.
Great rebound by Barrett there.
Glenn to Frotz. Frotz for 3. Oh, in and out. Caitlin Frotz stole no dice from the three-point stripe in this game. Howe to Buchan. Now to Mahoney. To Howe once more in the corner. Oh, foul away from the ball here. Looks like they're going to call it on California. It's going to call it on Frotz, and that's her second.
That is her second, and you'll see here California being very aggressive, playing man-to-man defense. It's part of the reason why is because they're trying to make sure Howe doesn't have any open players to pass to. And Frotz is going to have to take a seat here. CeCe Dixon checks in for California. CeCe
Dixon unsung here, but this is the first time Frotz will not be playing a full game in, say, at least 4 games. Yeah. Now, Buchan fires it over to Mahoney, wide open, corner 3, no good, in and out, and Barrett gets the rebound.
Good rebound, Barrett. The other thing is, too, because they already have 7 fouls, West Liberty having to be a little bit cautious under the basket.
Glenn over to Sierra Barrett. Barrett now to Dixon. Dixon for 3. No good. Rebounded right in the arms there of Buchan. Dixon made her first 3 of the season against Gannon in the PSAC quarterfinals. Howe at great speed. Puts in a shot with speed like that. You can't defend someone like that.
Howe tested CeCe Dixon there, got her to back up, and she was able to get the shot off.
See, normally that would be most likely Caitlin Frotz working on her, so definitely making an impact there. Glenn, what's she gonna do? Puts on the moves, puts up a shot, too strong. She's missed a couple of layups there, and West Liberty gets the rebound. Now, Howe puts up a shot herself. That one's too strong, rebound by Mahadi.
That one she tested Glenn. Glenn able to stick with her.
Now Mahadi runs around, backs up. Ooh, loses the ball, gets it back. 8:29 left here in the first half. California up by 4. Mahadi for 3. No good, and it looks like it hit the top of the rim there, so that's an automatic turnover.
Yes, it is in California right now. Still up by 4, but just Strom's team missing some shots right now.
California still no three-pointers in this game. Here's is Kamarick, shot, no good, rebounded by Barrett. Both of these offensive-minded squads starting to go a little bit cold from the field. Now Glenn, big pack there at the top of the key. Now Glenn works her way inside. Backs up, gets it out to Doran. Doran now works around 10 on the shot clock to Mahadi. Mahadi, she's gonna finally get called for a travel. They wanted Mickey Glenn for a travel, and they finally give us Mahadi walk. Now we're gonna have our 3rd media timeout here. And as we have a break here, we're going to take a quick look back at some highlights so far in this first half.
Here you see Mickey Glenn once again playing very well for California. 6 points already in this game. There you see another 2 by Glenn. Great speed after a steal. Here you see Flowers, who is currently sitting with 3 fouls, the leading scorer for the Hilltoppers. Irina Kukul also played well. Great pass there to Doran. Saw her drive in the lane, able to get the pass inside. Here you see Howe, known for her passing, but great testing of Caitlin Fratz there. Drives inside, and Fratz comes right back at her. A ton of speed down the lane after another steal. And there you see Cece Dixon not able to keep up with Howe. Howe puts 2 more points on the board.
Now we're going to take a look at the bracket here in the Atlantic region. Mentioned before, Bloomsburg's there on Monday. And for these two teams, West Liberty has not faced Bloom this season, but California just has faced Bloom twice this season, including in the PSAC semifinals.
They really have in this Bloomsburg team. They beat Gannon on day 1 in the second game, and if you're Gannon, that was kind of a disappointing loss. They're not used to being out of the tournament this early. They're used to hosting or taking on Edinburgh in the regional final. Bloomsburg, though, makes it to the regional final this year, so we'll either have an all-PSAC matchup or we'll have the MEC in the conference final, or in the regional final, excuse me.
Well, the PSAC got some revenge over the Mountain East Conference from yesterday with that Bloom win. But still, congrats to the Shepherd Rams on a great season, including an upset win over the IUP Crimson Hawks. Now here's Howe. Kicks it back out to Comerick. Now to Southworth. Southworth now works inside on Glenn, puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Doran. And looks like they're called foul here on West Liberty.
They are in California now in the bonus, as that's 18 fouls for the visiting Hilltoppers.
That one will be called on Hillary Southworth. That will be her first. So Doran, this will be a 1-and-1, only 70.5% from the free throw stripe this season. Makes the first one.
She did hit her first one, and this is how California can really extend this lead. There's still 7:26 left. They're going to get trips to the line. They need to add points while the clock is stopped.
Lana Doran, fresh off a appearance on the Jess Strom show this week. Very great interview with her. She makes both of them there. 20-14 California. Here is Howe. We're going to see Kuko check in at the next stoppage. Now to Comerick. Comerick back to Howe. She'll run around. Tries to work on Doran. Tries to spin around, kicks it back out. Comerick, great passing to Mahoney for 3. No good, rebounded by Glenn.
Good job by Glenn to box out.
She does, kicks it to Doran. Doran almost looks like she didn't expect that one, but she grabs it and gives it to Glenn to reset. Glenn kicks it to Dixon. She's looking for someone. Ooh, slapped around by Comerick. They're going to call offensive foul here. I believe it's going to be a Barrett. That's her second.
Yeah, it is going to be on Sierra Barrett. As you said, that will be her second. Cece Dixon's going to take a seat, and Irina Kukel's going to check back in, so Sierra Barrett will stay on the floor.
6:47 left here in the first half. California leading West Liberty 20-14. Here is Southworth. Now to Comerick, she loses it. Gets it back now over Doran. Now Barrett slaps it out here. Great defense by California.
I love how aggressive California's been on defense today. They realize West Liberty thrives on their speed, and they're trying to take that speed away.
We're going to see Comerick check out for Kiera Simpson. Simpson, reason why we haven't seen a lot of her is she's had 2 fouls already. Now Howe tries to work on Mickey Glenn there, puts up a shot, no good. Gets her own rebound. Kicks it to Southworth, she's wide open for 3. That one's good. First time in a while West Liberty's hit a 3.
Miscommunication there by California. I don't know who was supposed to be on Southworth.
Now here's Kuko over to Mahadi. Great rebound there by Howe nonetheless. Mahadi, long 2. That one's good. Emma Mahadi's on the board.
Every player besides Cece Dixon has points on the board for California.
Here's Howe. Slapped out by Barrett, she gets it back. Barrett will really work on it. Howe. Now it draws a foul on Barrett, so we might have to really see her take a seat.
Yeah, Sierra Barrett, that's her third. She's probably going to take a seat. As you said, Barrett can't control the speed of Howe, draws the foul, and we are going to see Paige Wright check into the game for Barrett.
Paige Wright, a 3-point specialist. She's missed a lot of part of this season with a concussion. She's had a couple big shots recently. Now, right to Southworth, quick pass. She's got the last 5 points for West Liberty. 3-point lead for California. Got 5:44 left. time over to Mahadi. Mahadi, jumper. Strong, rebounded by Simpson.
West Liberty starting to get momentum back in their favor.
Here's off to Southwood. Now to, that is Southwood. Here, this is Howe. Howe, Simpson. Simpson drives around, lost by Mahadi there. Gets to the Glenn. Great play there by Emma Mahadi. Now Glenn, pullback free throw jumper. That one's good. Basically a free throw, but it's 2 points for California.
She had her head on the swivel the whole way looking for a pass, realized there wasn't one, stepped up and took the shot.
Howe. Gives it off to Mahoney. Rallying for Southworth, guarded by Doran. Tries to get to Simpson. Kuko takes it back. Now she loses it, keeps it in. And one play there by Kuko to give it to Glenn. She almost lost her balance.
Great effort by Kuko to keep her balance and keep it in. Now Glenn's going to slow down the pace and set a shot.
4:39 left here in the first half. Glenn tries to work on, spins around, pushes over. Howe, now it's blocked away by Simpson. Howe tries to get to Southworth. She blew right through Page Wright. West Liberty knew the matchup advantage, they took it.
They realize Caitlin Pratt's on the bench. California has a little bit less speed. They still have players that are fast, but it's a little bit less, so they're trying to take advantage of that and push the pace.
Glenn now to right. Gives to Kuko. Kuko works around Simpson, puts up a shot. That one gets the roll in. Irina Kuko with a big 2 points. Here's Howe back and forth, trading possessions. Howe, shot. Strong, rebounded by Mahadi. Now with 3:48 left, the next stoppage will be the final media timeout of this first half. Glenn to Page Wright. Out of Mahadi. Fakes out Simpson, now works inside. Mahadi, too short, rebounded by Simpson. Comes West Liberty right back, Howe. Gives it to Southworth. Southworth, so pick gives Simpson. She loses it. And it's another loss by Simpson. Here's Doran. Doran with a lot of speed. Luckins trying to get up to her. She yells at her, but that's not going to do anything. Doran for 2 points.
Great job, Doran, to get by Howe there, use her speed, and get some big points on the board for California.
Now Howe. 7-point deficit for the Hilltoppers. Side to Southworth. Southworth spins around Mahadi, puts up a shot, no good. And they're going to call a foul here. They're going to call it on Mickey Glenn there. I saw Mahoney roll over her. I don't understand that one, but we're going to take our final break of the first half here. California with a 28-21 lead over the West Liberty Hilltoppers. Stay tuned for the rest of the first half here on CUTV.
NCAA Division II has much to cheer about, as nearly 100,000 student athletes compete with passion and pride. And I'm pleased to share the best news of all. Student athletes are outperforming the rest of the D2 student body in graduation rates. Just another reason why you'll hear us say with pride, I chose Division II. Learn more at d2sa.org.
With 18 institutions, my conference is the largest league across all NCAA classifications. With nearly 7,000 student athletes competing in 23 championships, my conference sponsors the most championships in Division II. With a 78% academic success rate, my conference graduates student athletes well above the national average. We compete with passion. We take pride in our efforts in the arena and in the classroom. The Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Passion, pride, Pennsylvania.
And welcome back to Hamer Hall here in the campus of California University. We're going to take a look at this replay here. That kind of foul call on Mickey Glenn there. Mahoney went on top of Glenn. Looks like Glenn might have tried to shove her out of bounds there.
I think that's what they were calling. That is Glenn's first foul. 16 fouls now for California, 8 for the Hilltoppers. So California already in the bonus. The Hilltoppers will be on the next foul.
Kylie kicks it back out to Mahoney. Now to Howe. Howe slapped around. Mahadi slaps it. Now it's off at Glenn. Out of bounds will be California ball.
They did call it a California ball. I guess they're saying it grazed the fingertips of one of the Hilltoppers.
I'm sure California will take that call there because Glenn will take it back here. 2:42 left here in the first half. Glenn to Kuko. Kuko Tries to spin around Simpson, puts up a shot short, slapped around. Kuko rips it out of Simpson's arms, but she's called for a double dribble.
California's turned the ball over a couple times. The fans do not like it, but it's going to be a double dribble here. The officials were conferencing for a minute.
They might have. I think the one ref might have thought it was a foul there, but nonetheless, Howell will take it back here. Gives it to Kylie. Now to Southworth, top of the key. Now to Mahoney. Kylie. Done by Paige Wright. Plows over Glenn to be called for a travel.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was going to be a travel or a foul, but CC Dixon's going to check into the game. Paige Wright going to check out. You see here on the replay, her foot did move a little bit. They're going to call her for the travel.
But that travel happened before the charge, so that's a break for West Liberty. And Kylie didn't get called for foul. Mahadi, long two. No good. Rebound to Doran over the back there. She'll get called for that. She had her body all there with Slapton too.
Doran, we've seen her get into foul trouble early in games in the playoffs, and now in the NCAA tournament, it'll be a 1-and-1 here for Hillary Southworth from the line this year, 76.2%.
She is a transfer from Appalachian State, and most notably, she worked under the tutelage of former California Vulcans basketball coach. She misses that one, rebounded by Kylie, great offensive rebound. She worked under the tutelage of Darcy Vincent, who won California's only national championship. Kylie to Kamerick. Kamerick now to Howe. Battle of 21 here, Howe, jumper. That one gets the roll in there. Howes was a couple of those layups, but she gets that one to roll in.
California's still up by 5, 134 left to go here in the half. They definitely want to go to the locker room in the lead because they've worked very, very hard defensively in this game.
Done a great job limiting this very powerful West Liberty offense to what they have so far. Mahadi, jumper. That one's good. Emma Mahadi with a long two from the corner.
She now has 4 points on the day.
Continues her hot streak going. Howe kicks it to Kamerick. Now to Howe. Kylie top of the key, guarded by Dixon. Drives the basket over Glenn. Offensive foul.
Good job by Glenn. Once again, get her feet set, stay in the lane. That's Kylie's second foul. See there, Glenn, great job to draw the offensive foul. And California's going to call a timeout here. Try to set something up with 104 left to go in the first half.
And while we have a break here, we're going to take a look at some recent highlights here. We got to this 30-23 score for California.
See, Irina Kukol, she's been big for California. 6 points in this game. Nice pass there to Doran. That has been her only assist. And here you see Howe. She's been incredible for West Liberty, passing the ball and hitting her shots. She has 7 points as well as 2 assists in this game. Caitlin Fratz, she's been in some foul trouble, but you see some of her points there. Those are 2 of her 4 points. She's only played 10 minutes so far in this game. How there, you see another layup by her, really testing the speed of CC Dixon and this Vulcan team.
Dixon will inbound here. California's all ready to go. Now West Liberty will trot out back onto the court. 104 left here in the first half. Dixon will kick it off here and gives it to Mickey Glenn. We are now under a minute. Glenn will start around, gets to Mahadi. Mahadi. California still with no threes in this half. Here's Kuko. Kuko gives it to Doran right through traffic there. Now to Glenn. Glenn almost lost her balance. Now gets it to Doran. 9 on the shot clock. Now to Kuko. Kuko long three. Too strong, rebounded by Kylie. Bad bounce for California. They got to quickly get back. Kylie gives to Howe. Quick pass out to Mahoney. Dixon. Looks like she got a piece of that. It'll be an air ball.
Great job by California to get back defensively. It was a 2-on-4 for West Liberty. They decided to pass to the outside. That gave time. That gave California time to get back.
To Glenn, it's 1 second difference on the shot clock here. 18 seconds. Glenn, work around to Kuko. Kuko. Now flips it out to Glenn. 5 seconds. Glenn, pump face. Glenn to the basket. Throws it up at the buzzer. No good. Actually, no, that buzzer went way too strong here. Still 0.2 seconds left.
Yeah, still 0.2 seconds left. West Liberty was headed to the locker room, as was California. Southworth had to be turned around.
Buzzer went. I mean, there's 0.2 seconds left here. Basically,
it was a shot clock violation because it didn't hit the rim.
I see why. Okay.
So now they're probably going to have to add, I think,
okay,
maybe a second onto the clock. Maybe. I think there should be 1.2, but I guess they are keeping it at 0.2.
Basically, it's going to be a touch, and we're going to halftime.
Yeah.
Touch, and we're going to halftime. California will go to the locker room up 30-20-3 over West Liberty. It's going to be a great first half. It's going to be even better second half. It's going to come down to the wire. Stay tuned for the second half here on CUTV. It's halftime.
With 18 institutions, my conference is the largest league across all NCAA classifications. With nearly 7,000 student athletes competing in 23 championships, my conference sponsors the most championships in Division II. With a 78% academic success rate, my conference graduates student athletes well above the national average. We compete with passion. We take pride in our efforts in the arena and in the classroom. The Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Passion, pride, Pennsylvania.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to make a wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted. We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
Welcome back to Hamer Hall here. So about to get ready for the second half in this Atlantic Region semifinal between the West Liberty Hilltoppers and the California Vulcans. My name is Matt Agee. Alongside of me is Allison Steinheiser, and Allison, California leading the way 30-23 in the first half here. We're going to take a look at the first half stats, and what is the one stat that jumps out to you the most? Definitely that goose egg on the three-pointer for California.
Yeah, I think just shooting in general for both teams. Yes, California has 10 of their 30 points from the charity stripe. West Liberty only 1 for 3. You have to take advantage of those whenever you get trips to the line. But both of these teams not shooting too well, which is uncharacteristic, especially of West Liberty. At the rebounds, pretty close there. Turnovers, 11 for West Liberty. That's too many against the California team. 6 steals for California. And really right now the difference is shooting.
Really is. And California knocked out Liz Flowers in the first half with 3 quick fouls. So we didn't see a lot of Liz Flowers. We'll see a lot of her in the second half. But, I mean, their leading scorer so far in this game is Hillary Southworth with 9 points. And we're going to take a look at the first half highlights.
Yeah, you see here Simpson down low over California. California's done a good job defensively. There you see Irina Kukul. She got into a little bit of foul trouble. No, she didn't. She sat sometime on the bench, though. Also, Mickey Glenn, she leads California with 8 points. There you see Flowers. As we said, she was on the bench for the majority of the first half with 3 fouls. Kukul, again, the great pass inside to Lana Doran. Doran has put some points on the board for California, as had all of their starters. Besides Paige Wright has scored for the Vulcans. How she's been great in this game, really driving inside, using her speed against players, especially Caitlin Fratz. Fratz here showing off her speed, getting the better of Howe as she drives the lane and gets 2 points herself. She got into some foul trouble as well. Howe once again testing CC Dixon there. Here you see a big shot by West Liberty to get on the board. They've tried to keep it close with California, but plays like this, Emma Mahadi extending the lead. They'd gotten within 3 on that last replay, but there, Mahadi extends it. Mickey Glenn, smart play just to pull up and take the jumper from the free throw line. Kukul driving inside. California's done it a lot of different ways. The only thing they haven't done is hit a 3 so far in this game. Lana Doran using her speed, drives the lane as Buchan was doing a good job not to take the foul. Howe once again driving inside, that time over Lana Doran. Emma Mahadi's really stepped up. She has 4 points in this game, picking up a little bit whenever Caitlin Fratz went out, as Fratz only played 10 minutes. We're used to seeing that number at 20. There you see there, a lot of the fans are out today, quite a few Vulcan fans, and it's still spring break, but this California community has really got behind this women's team.
And it's been a truly extraordinary story. They deserve every part of the success they've had. Kuko will give it to Glenn. And Glenn will start it back here for California to kick off this second half. She leads all Vulcan scorers with 8, and Southworth leads the field with 9. Glenn spins around, Gives the Kuko off her fingertips, out of bounds, and a turnover right off the bat for California.
Smart play by Glenn. Unfortunately, just not able to be controlled by Irina Kukul.
Here is Hal. She's had a lot of success knifing through California defense here as we see Simpson. Take it back out to Hal. Hal. Now trying to work around Doran. Spins around, falls down, throws up a shot. Rebounded by Simpson. She spins around, no good. Rebounded by Doran.
Good defense by California once again.
Here's Frotz. Cutting through, fakes out, gives it to Kuko. Frotz with 2 fouls, so we didn't see a lot of her in the first half after she got that second foul. And no field goals for her so far in this game. Frotz, here's a 3. In and out, rebounded by Buchan. So now here's West Liberty. Howe, a lot of speed, good moves. Fakes around, puts up a shot and in. That was very nifty by Howe. West Liberty once again kicking off the scoring here in the second half.
They are, and California needs to hit shots.
Glenn, no good, rebounded by Southworth.
This West Liberty team can go on runs where they hit a lot of shots in a row. California needs to start hitting some.
California sometimes starts cold at the start of halves. We did saw that yesterday against Virginia State. Now, Flowers, no good. Off of Mahadi, she still gets a rebound anyway. Here comes Glenn, takes it back here. Flowers with just 2 points, but then she got into major foul trouble. And Glenn will slow it down here, 30-25. California. Mahadi. Long 2. In and out, rebounded by Doran. She saves a great play. Now out to Mahadi. Glenn will reset here and gives California an extra shot at a basket. It's Kuko. Jumper. That one's good. Irina Kuko, pure shot, and it's 32-25.
Big bucket there for California.
Wow, a lot of speed. There's that speed again. Now kicks to Flowers for 3. No good. Rebounded by Mahadi. Kuko falls down. She'll just get right back up, and Glenn will slow things down again. Glenn to Frotz. Trying to work the move on Flowers. Draws a foul. That's her 4th.
And that is big for both West Liberty and California. Flowers is going to have to take a seat. Flowers is your leading scorer, only a junior, but still, Caitlin Frotz, good job using her speed.
She knew the awareness of the play. Now we're going to see Mahoney check in for her. 17-28 left here in the second half. Kuko tries to find Glenn. She kicks it back out to Doran. What a play. Doran to Kuko. Kuko works inside, throws up a shot and in. Irina Kuko has all 4 points for California. That was tremendous passing. Now Howe, Southworth, 3-ball. No good. Foul away from the basket beyond California. Can't see who it was on. Now Kuko. Oh, they're going to call that a three-shot foul. That's huge.
This is big. West Liberty needs to hit these. They're 1 for 3 so far.
Southworth makes the first one.
Southworth is now 1 for 2 on the day.
She missed that first one there, but then she is the team's 3rd leading scorer. There's 3 West Liberty players in double digits points per game. She's got 14.6, makes the second one here. Notice that West Liberty every time, I noticed this yesterday, but every time West Liberty's at the free throw stripe, their players as a group collectively get a little clap, stand up, and then sit back down. That's pretty unique. She makes all 3, so huge shots there by Southworth. Takes the 6-point lead for California. And Southworth is the first player to double digits tonight. Frotz. So you're going to call this one a Kuko away from the basket.
That's Kugel's 2nd foul already.
She stayed out of foul trouble in the first half, but now back to back. She got 4 yesterday. Yep. And missed shot there by Howe. Rebounded by California. Quick speed. Frotz spins around, goes to the basket, puts it in. Caitlin Frotz's first field goal. You can see that energy. She's pumped up.
That gets everybody in the stands and on the CalU sideline pumped up.
She does every day, throwing her arms up. Here's Howe, trying to get it back. She does. Howe with a lot of speed, great basket.
This West Liberty team is not going away, only a 6-point lead for California.
16:21 left here in the second half. Dorn working now. This West Liberty team down by as much as 12 yesterday. Rallied, forced to overtime, and won. Now Franz, she gonna do? She's tripped over. It's like they're calling it here. I believe it's gonna be on Howe.
I think it is.
And it would be on Howe here. That is her second. Second for West Liberty here. Glenn will inbound here, fresh shot clock. Fires it way back out to Caitlin Franz. Now to Mickey Glenn here. She will reset the offense. Next stoppage will be the immediate timeout. Glenn kicks it to Mahadi. Corner three. That one's good. The first three for California, and it couldn't have come at a bigger time.
Huge point in time for California. Extends the lead up to 9 off the foul.
Here's Buchan to Mahoney. Southworth. Howe inside to Mahoney. She can't handle it, but she gets it right back. Almost disastrous there for the Hilltoppers. Great help defense by Doran. Howe, free throw jumper. That one's good. Howe with a good start to the second half.
They're giving Howe a little bit more room because she is a passer, but she's hurt the Vulcans a couple times.
Great speed. She is the team's second leading scorer with 15.2. Glenn to Franz. Franz works on Southworth. Spins her off. Pullback jumper. That one rims out. Rebounded by Southworth. Mahoney. Ooh, interesting pass there. Aaron pass. Somehow Howe gets it. That was really bizarre. Howe. They're going to call an offensive foul on West Liberty. I couldn't see who it was on. Away from the basket.
It was away from the basket. And it's on Moni, Jen Moni. That's her first team third. And we've reached our first media timeout. California here. And Coach Jess Strom and her staff trying to draw something up, get something going for the Vulcans. We're going to take a look at the highlights now. How you see here, 2 of her 13 points already in this game. She's been strong. Irina Kukel's come back into the second half. She does have 2 fouls, but she's hit some big shots for Cal. There you see 2 of them back to back. There you see Caitlin Franz. She sat on the bench for half of the first half because of foul trouble. Howe once again just driving the lane, throwing it up. She's taking advantage. First 3 by California all day. And there you see another jumper by Howe. There, she's had quite a few points in the second half.
And there's our YouTube page here. CUTV Sports 1, our YouTube page. We'll have the broadcast of this game later on, and we also will have the one for J-State. Any game this evening. You want to follow the path that these young ladies took to this spot that they're at right now. We have every game, every conference game that they took, and also men's games, football games, a lot of games. This is great for definitely my parents that are back out in Eastern Pennsylvania, any family members. And I also know Newcastle family members up there want to see the stuff we do here.
And also, like you said, any games you've missed, you can go back and watch. So if you're sitting at home and don't have anything to do on a Saturday or Sunday and decide you want to sit there and watch California Vulcan women's basketball, you have your choice of great games from this season.
So 14:54 left here in the ball game. Here's Lana Doran. Out to Glenn to Kuko. Kuko works on Simpson. Kuko throws a shot, no good. She fell down, rebounded by Southwark. Howe will take it back here. No substitution so far for California. Now a good pass inside. Southwark cuts the lead to 5.
Southworth, 14 points now on the day. She's been very strong.
5-point game, 39-34. It's Mahadi. Get around, pullback jumper. Rims in for Emma Mahadi, 41-34 California.
Another big 2 points by Mahadi. She had 21 against them earlier in the year.
Howe almost pickpocketed there by Glenn. You see Barrett check in next stoppage. She's got 3 fouls. Simpson, now to Buchan. Loses it. Here's Glenn. She's all alone, but here comes Simpson trying to charge. Glenn puts up a shot and in. Great play there by Glenn, forcing a turnover and putting in the 2 points.
Simpson got back, but it didn't matter.
Quick pass, it's Liberty. Southworth and 1. I don't know about that. I didn't see any contact there, but maybe a little clip of the hand.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of contact. It was on Mahadi. That is her first. So we're going to see a couple of players check in. Irina Kugel's going to take a seat. Sierra Barrett's going to check in.
Now we're going to see Southworth trying to complete the three-point players. Made 3 free throw attempts earlier if she was fouled by Kuko early, and makes that one. So 4 for 4 in the second half from the free throw stripe. 6-point game. 13:36 left in the ball game. Glenn to Barrett. Battle of 5 right here. Barrett goes to the basket. Great play by Simpson, but she throws it away. Here's Frotz. Frotz puts up a shot. That one's good. Frotz will take that anytime. It's 45-37 California. Howe, quick speed, shot, short. Big fight for the rebound. Barrett's got it. They're going to call it jump ball. It's West Liberty possession. I thought Barrett had that cleanly there before they called that.
Good effort by the freshman. She's really been strong for California this year, especially late as we take a look at the replay. Tried to get possession, ripped it away from the Hilltopper.
Now here is Moni. To Kamara. Fires inside to Simpson. Simpson blew right around the defense, and Simpson's got 2.
Big 2 points for West Liberty. They're staying close to California.
Glenn will take it back here, hands it to Frotz. Frotz trying to find someone. Backs up, running around, goes to the basket, blocked away Kamarick out of bounds. California ball.
And this West Liberty team, they like to play offense. California's doing a great job defensively right now.
Glenn will inbound here, 12:41 left in the ball game. Glenn, Doran, Frotz trying to spin off Moni. Lob pass, Glenn grips it out of Kamarick's hands, puts up a shot short, rebounded by Kamarick. Now at Howe, a lot of speed here. Howe almost lost it there, so she had to start. Here's Kamarick. Thought about a 3, works inside, and they're gonna call a foul here. I believe it's gonna be on Doran.
I think you're right. Just reached out and made contact with her arm. It will be on Doran. That will be her second, team fourth, excuse me. Right there you saw the little bit of contact. The call was made. So a fresh shot clock for West Liberty.
Second for Doran, and California at this point, loft pass here. Howe gets it, puts up a shot, and good. 4-point lead. And at this point, California didn't have any fouls in the first half at the 12-minute mark.
And West Liberty had 7.
45-41, getting tight. Frotz to Doran. Doran hands it to Barrett. Out of Frotz. Frotz works inside. Loses the ball. Doran's got it. Puts back it in. And California back up by 6.
Great support by Lana Doran there to get the ball after Frotz loses the handle.
Here's Howe. Plows over Frotz. And in, they'll count it.
That's Caitlin Fratz's 3rd foul. This is big. Great job by Howe to back up Fratz. You see her reaction there. She tried to get the block, but with 11:46 left to go, as she has the conversation, we're going to reach another media timeout.
And second media timeout will take a break. Getting really close here at Hamer Hall. California still at the lead by 4 points.
NCAA Division II has much to cheer about, as nearly 100,000 student athletes compete with passion and pride. And I'm pleased to share the best news of all. Student athletes are outperforming the rest of the D2 student body in graduation rates. Just another reason why you'll hear us say with pride, I chose Division II. Learn more at d2sa.org.
With 18 institutions, my conference is the largest league across all NCAA classifications. With nearly 7,000 student athletes competing in 23 championships, my conference sponsors the most championships in Division II. With a 78% academic success rate, my conference graduates student athletes well above the national average. We compete with passion. We take pride in our efforts in the arena and in the classroom. The Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Passion, pride, Pennsylvania.
And welcome back here to Hamer Hall here. 11:46 left in the second half. And after California got out to as lead as much as 9, California's lead's now down to 4 and could be 3 after Howe goes to the line to try to complete a 3-point play.
The fans trying to get fired up.
Howe Makes it. 3-point game. And something for even for anyone to see that second game in the region tournament like this, it's always the toughest. California's in a dogfight. Glenn spins around, goes to the basket, puts up a big 2 points. No one covered her there.
Mickey Glenn, great job to put some points on the board for California, much needed.
That's Hal to Kamarick, guarded by Mahadi. And he'll call if it's a foul away from the ball here. Looks like they're gonna call it on Buchan. No, excuse me, it'll be Southward.
That's her second. And this West Liberty team, as I said, likes to score the offense. 44 points right now. The least number of points they've had to win is 60. After that, it was 70 points and then 75.
It's Glenn. Doran to Frotz. Glenn, quick passing all around the top of the key here. Now to Doran. Tries to get to Barrett. And an offensive foul here.
Yep, it's going to be on Sierra Barrett, and that's her 4th personal foul. A lot of fouls in this game, still 11 minutes to go. 6 team fouls right now for California.
Barrett will stay in the game. Looks like Kuko's going to check in for next stoppage. Howe. Passing around. Doran steals it. Here comes Doran. Howe's trying to catch up to her. Doran to front. She grabs it just at the line. Great play. They'll call a foul here on West Liberty.
Great job by Frotz to keep that in bounds. The foul is on Bree Kamarick. That's her first, team 5th. So the Vulcans will get a fresh shot clock. But Lana Doran may want that pass back.
So here's Glenn. Lobs it out to Kuko. Now over to Glenn. She'll reset here. 10:40 left here in the ball game. Doran to Glenn. Glenn getting inside to Mahadi. Mahadi for a jumper. That one's good. Emma Mahadi with 11 points.
All of a sudden, California is up by 7 once again.
4-0 run out of the media timeout. Kamarick works around Mahadi. Kicks it out to House. She'll back up for 3. Now Southworth will take it from the top of the key. No good, right to Doran. Now to Glenn. Glenn, round, looks like, oh, the call carry on Mickey Glenn.
Don't know that she was too happy with that call, but Coach Strom definitely wants her team to focus right now.
Now up by 7. Here's Southworth. We are at the 10-minute mark. Here's Kamarick. Ball stripped from her. Mahadi tried to keep it in there, but it'll be West Liberty ball. She could not.
Doran, I think it went off of Doran. She tried to grab it as well. 19 seconds on the shot clock for West Liberty.
Here's Kamarick will inbound. Gives it to Southworth. Looks like they're going to call Doran for a foul here away from the ball. She had some contact there with Moni.
That's her 3rd, team 7th, so it will be a 1-and-1 here for West Liberty. Going to the line will be Moni, 61.7% on the year.
Moni's a senior from Twinsburg, Ohio. Shot, that one's good. West Liberty perfect from the free throw stripe in this second half. Now Moni once more, misses it. Rebounded by Mickey Glenn. A lot of contact there with Simpson. She's able to keep away a big rebound for California. Glenn to Kuko. Kuko, she's gonna go for 3. Short, gets her own rebound, kicks it to front, she keeps it in, unbelievable. And great play there by Kuko, knowing that 3 was not off the mark and she got a head start. Frotz in the moves, pulls for a jumper. No good, Mahadi gets the rebound, foul, looks like it'll be called on Kamarick.
Great effort there by Mahadi, and I believe it will go against Kamarick. That's her 2nd. Great job by Mahadi right here on the rebound, realizing she was going to draw some contact. It's the 6th team foul, 1 away from being in the bonus.
Now Glenn will inbound here, fresh shot clock. 9:20 left here in the ballgame. This is Mickey Glenn. Now to Frotz, top of the key. Now Mahadi. Long 2. Air ball, out of bounds. West Liberty ball. West Liberty will take it back here. Howe to Loney now. Quick passing. This is bucking. Though Simpson puts it up a shot. In and out. She gets her own rebound, puts the shot back up, and good. My goodness, if Simpson would have hit that first one, she would have felt very sick. So now back to a 4-point game. A 3-0 run by West Liberty. Frotz goes around the defense. Simpson blocks it away from her, no call.
Great block by Simpson.
Here's Howe, a lot of speed to Simpson again. No shot there, but she'll go to line for 2, and Doran now has 4 fouls.
That foul will go against Doran. She has 4. So does Sierra Barrett. You see here on the replay, Lana Doran just trying to prevent Simpson, who almost made that shot, from making the shot. CC Dixon's going to have to check in for Doran here.
Now, much like the PSAC championship, Simpson hits her first one there. She's only 39.6% from the free throw straight, but wouldn't know it from that shot. But much like the PSAC championship game, Doran and Barrett well in foul trouble early.
And we'll see if CC Dixon has some magic she had last game.
Simpson makes them both. 2-point lead now for California. Pressure's starting to pile up here for California. They need something quick. Kuko going to the basket, puts up a shot and in over Simpson.
That fired up the California bench.
Now Howe charging back, puts up a shot, no good, rebounded by Kuko. Looks like she rushed that one there. We are now under 8 minutes. Kuko picks out the Frotz. Frotz to Glenn, top of the key. She'll stop, set, over to Frotz. Here is Kuko, throws up a shot, falling down, no good, rebounded by Howe. Almost an unbelievable play. Now, quick tempo here, West Liberty, Southworth. Moni by herself, that one's good. West Liberty caught California napping there, and it's once again a 2-point game.
Speed kills, and West Liberty showed it again, using their speed against a California team that is a little bit slower with CC Dixon on the court.
Nikki Glenn. It's to Dixon. Glenn works around, puts up a shot, draws the foul on Southworth.
That will be her 3rd foul. Glenn, good job driving inside there, and we've reached a media timeout, which might be good for California.
Oh, yeah.
They need to set something up here with 7:22 to go.
Definitely some nervous tension in Hamer Hall here as they only have a 2-point lead. But we're going to take a look at some highlights here.
There you see how she has been incredible from West Liberty today, 18 points. Southworth also stepping up with Flowers on the bench for a long time. Emma Mahadi has really picked it up in this game, gotten some big points for California. Mickey Glenn, as always, playing very well, getting the layup there. Caitlin Fratz, she missed a lot of time in the first half with fouls, not so much in the second half. And there you see Simpson. She's turned it on the past couple of minutes and really gotten some big shots for West Liberty. Great effort there by Lana Doran to pick up the play, and then a lot of fans are in the house today.
And here's our Twitter page here at CUTV_PA. We love our social media pages. We post different behind the scenes photos of what we do, setting up for everything we do here. Definitely stay involved here with our Twitter page here. Post different things. We'll match play coming up, suggest topics, anything else. Our show, I can't think of it right now, but we'll get back to that. And
Match play.
Match play. Can't think of the other show we do, but never mind. Well, News Center too as well.
High school roundup.
News Center, high school roundup. We'll get back to that, and I'll think of it, and I'll feel really dumb. Mickey Glenn will go to the free throw stripe here. Glenn with the first big free throw there. But Glenn again with just mostly automatic from the free throw stripe. She's been big shots all season, and makes both there. She's 4 for 4, and Glenn leads the California Vulcans with 14 points. Here is West Liberty, Southworth. It was the ultimate list I was thinking of, by the way, with that. Can't believe I forgot that. I know my director, Gary Smith's going to get on my case for that one since he hosted. So anyway, back to basketball. Howe with a shot, no good. Simpson tries to get a rebound, but she'll slap it right to Mahadi.
Great effort by Simpson, just not able to give it to one of her teammates, but good job keeping it in bounds.
6:48 left, 4-point lead for California. Dixon to Glenn. Glenn backs up. She'll stop and reset things. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Dixon. Dixon with some big points last night. Long two. No good. Gets her own rebound to Mahadi. That's exactly what she's there for.
Great effort by CC Dixon.
Some big offensive rebounds in recent games. They definitely needed to step up with Doran and Barrett with 4 fouls. Now Mahadi. Side plows over Howe. No call either way. Now gets the Frotz out of bounds. That'll be West Liberty ball.
No foul called there, but as you said, it goes out of bounds, so another turnover for California.
Here is Howe. Now to Buchan. Trying to find someone. Now to Moni. Now to Howe, spinning around here. Drives to the basket, puts up a shot and in. Unbelievable performance by Kaylee Howe.
West Liberty now has 11 points off of California turnovers today.
And she's hit 20 points, first scorer on the floor to do that today. It's Mahadi. Pump fakes, now works inside. Pulls up a shot, no good, gets her own rebound and takes it back out. Gun reset, Mahadi missed the shot there. Looked like a tough shot, she's over 2 defenders. Glenn taking some clock off here. 14 on the shot clock. Now Glenn kicks the Frotz. Frotz for 3. That one's good. Caitlin Frotz, money. 58-53.
She was fired up about that one, and that is a huge shot. Makes it a 5-point lead for California.
Here's Howe. A lot of speed. Oh, traveled absolutely on that one there. Big turnover for West Liberty.
Howe not happy about it. Neither was Buchan, but another turnover. That is huge as Flowers is going to check back into the game. She has 4 fouls, but with 5 minutes to go, this is clutch time.
Definitely. Down by 5. Anyone's ball game here. 5 minutes left. What a game between these two schools. Glenn gives the Frotz. Now to Mahadi. Here's Glenn. Long 2. In and out. Tough break there. Southward tries to get the rebound. She gets the Howe. Foot close to the line there. Here's Howe. Tries to spin around here. Look for something. Now gets Simpson. She'll get called for another travel. Second straight possession.
Not happy with that. Buchan looking to the official again, kind of questioning the call, but California, you got to put points on the board after this turnover. They've put points on the board. They put 18 on the board off of turnovers.
4:22 left here. Here's Kuko for Mahadi. Tries to fight Dixon, tipped around right to Simpson. That was set up by Buchan. California cannot take advantage. Here's Southward. 2, now inside to Simpson. Plows over, puts it, it's an offensive foul, and West Liberty's fans are very upset, but a great play there by Caitlin Frotz.
Frotz slow to get up, great job getting her feet set. Takes the hard contact, she knew it was gonna come. Gets her feet set right there, goes down hard, draws the foul, and California once again stopping the possession under 4 minutes to play.
I think what West Liberty fans might have been agitated about is her feet might have been in that restricted area, and that's an automatic blocking foul. Frotz kicks out to Kuko for 3. No good, rebounded out of bounds. West Liberty ball.
CC Dixon went up to try and get it. It goes off her fingertips and out, and we've reached our final media timeout.
Final media timeout, 3:39 left, 5-point game. Buckle up. It's gonna be a fun ride to the end. Season's on the line, regional final trip to the line. Stay tuned for the rest of it here on CUTV.
With 18 institutions, my conference is the largest league across all NCAA classifications. With nearly 7,000 student athletes competing in 23 championships, my conference sponsors the most championships in Division II. With a 78% academic success rate, my conference graduates student athletes well above the national average. We compete with passion. We take pride in our efforts in the arena and in the classroom. The Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Passion, pride, Pennsylvania.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to make a wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted. We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
Welcome back to Hamer Hall here. It is crunch time, 3:39 left here. California up by 5 here. You can see the fan support here from Cal. We're doing a Cal U chant. Been great all weekend so far.
They really have been, and this is a great gym. California wanting to put some more banners up in Hamer Hall.
That one that sits to the right on your screen there, that national championship banner. There's a lot of banners. Here's Southworth. Kicks it to Buck, and now it's to Howe. Howe works inside, misses the shot, gets her own rebound. Now kicks it out to Flowers. Right there to Frantz's hands. Unbelievable. Frantz to the basket. What a play by Caitlin Frantz. Maybe the play of the night.
Huge clutch play by Caitlin Frantz. 7-point lead.
Howe. Foul on Kuko.
That's her third.
So now Howe will go to the line. Kuko with 3 fouls. Still has some fouls to give there.
Kuko tried to make the block there. Howe drives inside, tries to take the shot. Just too much hand contact there by Irina Kuko. Howe needs to make these shots. 3:05 left to go. You're down by 7.
Now 19 fouls for California. Next one puts West Liberty shooting from the double bonus. She makes the first one.
West Liberty, they were 1 for 3 in the first half from the charity stripe. They have to put points on the board from here.
9 for 10 this half in the free throw stripe. California faithful, making some noise. She misses it. Devastating miss here as Glenn will take it with under 3 minutes to go. And you can see Coach Strom over there telling her to slow things down, take as much time off as possible. Glenn takes herself, kicks it out to Dixon, long 2. That one's good, CC Dixon! Unbelievable shot! That was a 3-pointer. Now Howe, quick speed, throws it away! No one's gonna get it. Now Dixon's got it. Pulls back, CC Dixon again, unsung hero.
CC Dixon has been incredible for California. They call the timeout. They are fired up. This is a team that is so close. They're saying this year is family forever, and they really are a family. They are so excited for Dixon right now. This team is 2 minutes and 28 seconds from a regional final.
And what a shot here. Caitlin Frantz, big 3 points. That was once the play of the day by Frantz there, stopping the momentum. Now getting the steal after stealing the ball away from Flowers, but shot. She does that a lot. You can see the energy she brings. Hard on her sleeve every single game. All these players. And CC Dixon, I didn't even see that from my advantage point there. That was a 3, but unbelievable 3. That's her second one all season. Couldn't have came at a better time, but with California's fans here, it's family. This whole community's family.
It really is, and I think this was a great timeout by Coach Jess Strom because they were fired up, and it's only 63-54 right now. It's only a 9-point lead, and this California team so incredibly fired up right now, and this building is one of my favorite buildings. I was here, it was my freshman and sophomore year whenever they played in this building. Moved over to the Convocation Center, which is also a great building, but it gets loud in here. If this Falcons team makes the regional championship game, the student body is going to come out here, and this building is going to be deafening. You won't be able to hear yourself think. It's going to be an incredible atmosphere. You hear the Cal U chants. I love this building so much, and this team deserves it. This team deserves to go on with the Atlantic Regional Championship.
They deserve everything they get. Kuko will kick it out to Glenn. And see her slowing things down, calming things down, trying to force West Liberty a mistake. 9-point lead. This is the matches the largest lead of the game. Glenn to Frantz. Frantz spins around, kicks it back out to Glenn. 8 on the shot clock. Frantz for 3. No good, out of bounds. Too long there for California to keep it on there, so West Liberty will take it back here. 2:05 left. See throughout the Howe will try to let the ball roll, try to keep as much clock off as possible. Howe trying to put on some moves. Spins around, jumper. That one's good. Howe trying to keep her season alive. 7 point lead, 1:49 left. Again, see the call from Coach Strom, slow it down. Glenn to Mahadi. To Fratz. To Glenn once more. Now, puts in the moves. Spins around, pump fakes. Mahadi, corner three. No good. Rebounded by Fratz. A huge offensive rebound and a fresh shot clock. Glenn. To Fratz. Now you gotta wonder when West Liberty's gonna start to try to foul. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Fratz putting on the moves. Big shot. No good. CC Dixon with a rebound. Foul West Liberty.
CC Dixon
they're gonna
is going to get called for the travel.
This is a hard thing to take right here because see Dixon comes down with it, stops. You can see there, but steps there. But West Liberty players trying to foul. I mean, trying to keep it alive there. That is a really, really interesting call.
59.2 seconds. They're going to have to hurry.
It's the speed they like. Now here's Flowers, their leading scorer. To Simpson, let her put it in. 5-point game. It's still 2 possession. Now the Moni will get called for foul here. Fouled Glenn. Probably the wrong player to foul.
West Liberty should have had a timeout. Their coach was calling for a timeout right next to the official, and the official didn't give it to him.
Wow, it's big here. 50.8 here now, Glenn. Big shots rest of the way. Glenn's first one. Makes it, worms it in. She's 5 for 5.
Lana Doran going to check back into the game for CC Dixon. Dixon has been absolutely incredible, and the coach is telling her, stay right there, you're going to go right back in soon.
But Dixon again at that huge three, unbelievable three. Only second one of the season. 6-point game here. Glenn makes them both. Ice cold from the free throw strike. West Liberty backs against the wall. Howe goes to the basket, puts it in to let her go. Now West Liberty can call it a timeout.
They will get the timeout, and this California team up by 5. There was a story last night on WTAE. Andrew Stockey came down to California right before the Atlantic Regional Tournament started. Talked to Jess Strom, talked to Emma Mahadi, talked to Caitlin Fratz. One quote that I have to point out now from Emma Mahadi. She said after the tragic passing of Shanice Clark, we had 2 options. We could roll over or we could fight. And she said, we are a team of fighters. This California team has fought for everything this season. They're in a dogfight right now to go to the Atlantic Regional Championship game. And Bloomsburg, if they do face Bloomsburg, they'll be in a fight once again. They've gotten the community support. They've fought through everything this year. They've fought through injuries, illnesses, and tragedy. This team is not going to roll over in any game.
Absolutely not. I mean, as soon as it goes along here, Glenn right out to Dixon. They're trying to foul. Now they'll call a foul here, but CC Dixon's going to go to the line here. Only 33.3%. You can see, I could see Glenn here kind of grinning like, oh, she got it off here, but now these are 2 big free throws. The way Dixon's been clutch so far in this tournament, why not? Why not 2 big free throws?
There's some confusion over at the scores table. Lana Doran, I think, wants to check into the game, but I think she's going to check in after the first shot here as it's in double bonus.
Double bonus, misses her first one.
Or I think she's going to check in for CC Dixon. Dixon's out there for the offense. It looks like Doran they're going to put in for their defense.
She's defensive specialist for sure. Dixon makes it. Splits the foul shots, and California will take that. She goes off the bench. Here comes Doran. 2 possession game, 39.5%. 39.5 seconds left in the game. Howe, a lot of speed. Goes to the basket. It's a shot, and that's good. 25 for her. And again, another timeout by West Liberty.
She is single-handedly, it's 27 points. The scoreboard hadn't updated yet. That's okay. single-handedly trying to keep her team in this game. This California team still staying very calm. They have a 4-point lead, 34.2 seconds. Just hit your foul shots at this point.
But it's kind of surprising to me, at least, that they didn't try to really pressure that inbounds play here. Maybe see if they try to do it here, but kind of just backed off and did anything. But it's West Liberty strategy here. But if you're California here, I would try to work Glenn or Frotz around to Flowers and try to force her to foul, because then she'd be out of the game. There's your leading scorer. You need a big three, that'd be gone. To Glenn, and they'll call a foul.
They will call a foul. I believe it's going to go against Moni.
Wait, no, they're calling a tie. They gave West Liberty a timeout. No, Cal called timeout. So they called it. Glenn was definitely trapped. You can see the contact being made, but they didn't call a foul here. 32.2 seconds left.
And we talked about Flowers. She was the leading scorer for West Liberty. Only 2 points in 14 minutes in this game. Just too much foul trouble. She had 3 fouls for the whole first half. Came out with about 10 minutes left and then took another foul early in the second half. She had 4 fouls, sat on the bench for a long time, all but the last 5 minutes of the second half, and really that had to have affected West Lib.
And now this is a weird spot on the floor to inbound here. Frotz trying to find someone, another timeout. So West Liberty there with the press, so now the timeout's starting to dwindle down for California. West Liberty all over the place. But in that game yesterday, that unbelievable Westchester-West Lib game, and West Liberty down 3, time running out under 10 seconds, shot clock right now. Jen Money from the three-point stripe. She tied it. I mean, she had no business taking that shot over 2 defenders and made it. I know we were up there. I almost fell out of my seat. It was an unbelievable game. So now here in that awkward spot on the floor, let's see if California can try to get it out here. Just trying to get it to Glenn, obviously the best free throw shooter. What are they going to do here? Here's Glenn. Tries to work around. She's trapped. Foul on Southworth. That'll be her 4th.
It will be her 4th, and Glenn will go to the line. Coach Strom has to be happy about that one, as that's exactly who they want going to the line. 29.1 seconds to go. If you're California, hit your free throws, don't turn the ball over, and you're in control of this game.
Glenn 6 for 6 from the free throw stripe here. Makes the first. We get a 5-point game. We'll see the same switch again. Dorrance comes out for defense, Dixon for offense. Here's Glenn. Makes it. Money. 8-3. Here comes Howe. She's been driving to the basket. They got to do here. Try to back it out. They're going to need a 3. Here's Howe. A lot of time. Howe for 3. No good. Rebounded Mahadi. She rips it out. They'll call a jump ball, California ball anyway.
California will maintain possession there. Great job by Mahadi to get up there and get that rebound. Cece Dixon now checking in for Lana Doran. Trying to get some more points on the board here. 16.4 seconds. West Liberty's going to have to foul.
A very devastating miss there by Hal, who's been awesome all night, but not good from three-point straight. Now kicks it back to Frotz. Great play. Taking a lot of time off. She gets it across here. Flowers is not trying to foul her. Southworth will, but that is her night. Flowers tried to back off. She said, I can't foul. But Southworth, but if Frotz, that should pretty much do it with 9 seconds, but definitely if she hits at least one of these free throws, that'll be ball game, that'll be game, set, and match, and California is going to have another date with the Bloomsburg Huskies. You hear the chant from the California fans, it's all over. The West Liberty fans, dead silent.
They did give a standing ovation to the senior
Yes,
Southworth as she ends her career.
Frotz missed the first one. But still a very tough hill to climb for West Liberty. It's Frotz's first miss from the free throw stripe today. She has 13 points. Make it 14. 69-62, 9 seconds left. Here comes Hal.
Shoot.
Long three, NBA three. No good, off the mark. Glenn's got no, it's gonna be a tie up there. So now they called a jump ball. That was a very late whistle. But exactly 1 second left. This looks like West Liberty inbound here, but if they hit a shot here, it'll just be for stats. Inside, shot up, good, doesn't matter. The California Vulcans will play for a regional championship Monday night here at Hamer Hall.
And incredible season for California continues right now. They're the #1 seed, and they are going to the regional final to take on the Bloomsburg Huskies.
And a gritty performance down to the wire. Congrats to West Liberty on a great season. Here are some highlights of this very thrilling game.
Irina Kukul, she was incredible for California. You see a couple of shots there. Mickey Glenn, once again, what can you say? The sophomore sensation, a great pass here to Lana Dorn inside. Everybody for California getting some great points today. Important points, firing up the crowd. Caitlin Fratz once again doing it all, the senior not wanting her career to come to an end. This week she's been incredible. Emma Mahadi, same thing, really clutch points. She struggled a little bit of late, but really turned it on. Smart play there by Glenn, only a sophomore, but definitely the general on the court for California. Irina Kukul once again in this Vulcan team. As you see, a couple of different players. Their 5 starters have really solidified their place, but you also have players like Cece Dixon, like Sierra Baird who can come off the court. Caitlin Fratz was in foul trouble for the majority of the first half, and it didn't face the Vulcans. They still were able to come in here, beat a very good West Liberty team, a very fast West Liberty team when they had a lot of speed off the court when Fratz was off, as she was one of their fastest players and one of their energy players.
And she hit those big shots, got the big steals when needed. Cece Dixon with a huge 3 in the defense. It's all about the defense that contained a West Liberty offense under 70 points, only 69-64, and held their leading scorer to 2 points, got her in foul trouble. You can see Kuka right there. Unbelievable game from her. Just a total team effort, as always, from this remarkable California Vulcan squad that will face the PSAC regular season East champion Bloomsburg Huskies, a rematch of a game I called on WCAL last Saturday up at Bloomsburg. Season series split, but it's going to be an anybody's game with the talented Bloomsburg Huskies team. They've had a great tournament. Marla Simmons was awesome today, over 20 points, and it's going to be a wild game. And here's the bracket. You can see it right there. California 1 seed, Bloomsburg 3 seed. Last year, Bloomsburg made it to the regional final against Edinburgh. They lost, but they had a lead in that game and they blew it.
Yeah, in California, they started slow before. That's one of their problems they had whenever Bloomsburg beat them in Bloomsburg. California's going to have to come with a fast start, and California needs to pack this building. The students are on spring break right now. Monday night, it needs to be loud in here. This is a fun arena. It gets loud because of the low roof. California should have the home court advantage.
They should, because Bloomsburg 4 hours away from here. See, I don't know if many students will travel Bloomsburg on a school night. Well, that will do it. California Vulcans back to the Atlantic Regional Finals for the first time since 2010. For Allison Steinheiser, my name's Matt Hagee. For our entire CUTV crew, the journey's not over yet. Monday night against Bloomsburg, Hamer Hall. Doesn't get anything better than this. We'll see you Monday night basketball.